Hello everyone, this is Generic the Pyro main, and in this video we are going to go around as a pyro and burn people. Now, first we are going to go after this guy here and...
You're using the Degreaser and the reserve shooter. Oh my god, you're such a noob script kitty that relies on cheap tactics just to get a kill.
I'm actually not using scripts, I'm just timing the shots myself and...
Oh, the extinguisher, of course! The cherry on top of your cheap, easy kill loadout. Why not get some real skill before trying to play a video game?
Okay, fine. As a pyro main, I would be nothing if I didn't know how to use other weapons, so let's restart. Okay, so today we'll be using a classic strategy from days long past. It's not as good as it used to be, but it's still a ton of fun. The power jack, the detonator, and the backburner. Now the idea of this loadout is to flank your enemies and—
No, oh my god, you WM1 noob, why are you using the ass burner? What's the matter? You don't know how to air blast?
But I just did right there. The backburner does air blast. I'm just focusing more on ambushing than head-on attacking. It's what the weapon is designed for. I can air blast when I need to.
You can only air blast 4 times. You could be air blasting all of the projectiles and helping your team by putting them out. But no, you don't know how to air blast. You're just a WM1.
I am not just using WM1, I am using the power jack and the detonator jumps to flank behind the enemies and then—
And then you WM1.
Well, I mean, yeah, but—
And why are you using the power jack anyway? It's useless after its nerf. God, don't you know anything?
Now hold on, the power jack is not as good as it used to be, but it's still a great tool for getting around the map.
Oh yeah, a huge 15% movement speed buff for 20% damage vulnerability. Don't you realize that that totally negates the upside?
No, it doesn't.
And why the detonator? That thing is so cheap. You can hit behind walls, no skill.
Well, yeah, you can hit behind walls, but the timing it takes to pull that off and the ability to jump with it—
Yeah, mini crits too. Such BS. If you can jump, it shouldn't be able to mini crit. Or you know what? It shouldn't be able to do any damage.
You know what? I don't care. I'm going to use what I want. Welcome to my video, ladies and gentlemen, and in this video we are using the 3rd degree, the Mad Melter, and the Phlogistinator, giving the Gourd board Pyro set a try. Oh, but let me guess, the Flog takes no skill because all you do is build your oomph meter with a flare gun, taunt, and WM1 with full crits. No skill and it's OP, right?
Well, actually, after the nerf, the Flog just sucks and no one should ever use it.
Okay, so what would you have, the old Flog?
Ew, no, you free-to-play WM1 noob. And why the Man Melter? What's the matter? You can't aim, so you need to use the extra projectile speed as a crutch? And the 3rd degree is a direct upgrade to stock. Why are you using a broken weapon against players, you assaholic?
Actually, I have to give you that one. Even though its upside hardly comes into play, why is it a direct upgrade? But the Man Melter? Seriously? I thought you would like this one. It can put out burning players and give you crits as a reward.
Yeah, another crutch. Not only are you using the fast projectile speed as an aiming crutch, but the crits as a damage crutch. You could just be putting them out with a flamethrower. You should have that out anyway for reflecting.
Well, if I could use the mouse 1 button without being called WM1, I could actually do some real damage.
Yeah, but you could do more damage if you just knew how to air blast.
I clearly do. I was using the Degreaser earlier.
Crutch.
Fine. Ladies and gentlemen, in this video today, we are using stock. Is that okay with everybody?
Yeah.
Good! So with the stock flamethrower, we are going to be using the flare gun.
Oh sure, use the cheap flare punch exploit. No skill, noob.
It's not an exploit. It's a
noob spelled with zeros. I actually wrote that in the script. Not noob spelled with zeros. I wrote in captions spelled with zeros.
Fine. We're going to be using the Scorch Shot.
Oh, so you can just stun lock them and then with a melee or W1 finish them off. Don't be such a cheap game exploiting bitch.
Ugh. What would you have me use? The freaking panic attack?
Ew, no, that thing sucks. Only free-to-play noobs use that.
Fine. The stock shotgun. Got a problem with that?
Yeah.
See, I knew you were just a stock lover. Wait, what did you say?
Yeah, the stock shotgun does too much damage. It's so unrealistic.
It's a shotgun. Of course it does a lot of damage.
Yeah, but it does too much damage. Didn't you hear me the first time?
Then what am I supposed to use? That was all of Pyro's secondaries.
A good Pyro wouldn't need a secondary.
Fine. For melee, we will use the Homewrecker to help out our fellow engineers.
Why? That melee sucks.
Because it removes sappers in one hit. You cannot tell me that is not a good weapon.
Yeah, but if you spy check and just do your job, you wouldn't need it in the first place.
Isn't spy checking WM1ing?
No, see, it's okay to do it if you are spy checking for your team, just not against the other 8 classes.
How about the Neon Annihilator?
Ugh, why? Are you a Pyro Shark? Why not actually help the team instead of camping in the water? And what if there isn't any water? What are you going to do then?
I wasn't going to use it for that, but fine, never mind. The Back Scratcher.
Medics can't heal you! Quit screwing over your team!
You do realize that the slower heal rate actually helps them build Uber, right?
No, what are you, slow? They need to waste their time on you when they could be healing someone who's actually important.
Oh, okay. Someone actually important. Well, here I thought my job was to reflect all of the projectiles, spy check, put out burning players, protect the engineer, remove sticky traps, stop charging demos, push advancing enemies back, and deny Uber charges. But, you know, I guess that's not important enough.
Yeah, and if you do your job right and reflect everything, you won't need the extra healing from the back scratcher anyway.
And what about bullets? I can't really do anything about bullets. You won't let me have a secondary. I can't reflect bullets.
Just reflect a rocket into the classes shooting you, duh.
I don't have a rocket 24/7.
You would if you were doing your job.
Okay.
What?
Sharpened Volt.
No! That weapon does not exist. We do not speak its name.
Kano.
I can't hear you! I can't hear you!
Fragment.
Oh, that's it. I'm just liking this video.
You're only just doing that now? Fine. So, stock fire axe it is then, right?
Why would you ever use the stock fire axe? It just sucks.
So, what you're telling me is to only use the stock flamethrower to reflect, spy check, and put players out, and not do anything else.
Well, you could push the payload or cap a point. Well, actually, there are a lot of classes that do that job better. You know what? Just don't play Pyro. Pyro in general is a shit class.
Hi, this is Ace the Ocarina Maker. Every year, Pyro mains are driven to insanity from endless criticism on literally every weapon in the game. Pyros to new players might not take a lot of skill, and he can be cheap at some times, but we can never forget their true value of this poor, overlooked class. The Pyros once roamed the lands of Two Fort and many other Capture the Flag maps, but with the loss of 33% of their natural environment with the destruction of CTF Well and CTF Sawmill, they are forced to migrate into servers like these, where the native inhabitants tear them apart for every little detail. With your help, we can— Okay, you know what? This video is stupid. Long story short, stop being dicks to people just for playing Pyro.